Hello, children. Welcome back to yet another session of storytelling. Such wonderful stories we have in Supplementary Reader. We'll just enjoy our stories, understand what the story wants to convey to us, and question answers will come just as quickly. Okay? So, this story is that of Princess September. Wonderful name, isn't it? Would you like your names to be November, August, September, January? No, I don't think so. So Princess September here has been named after the name of a month. Let's see why. This story begins with the king and queen of Siam. They have many daughters. They can't remember the names. So not very caring parents, are they? I don't think so. So if they were caring parents, they wouldn't be naming all their daughters on the names of the months according to the names of the months just for convenience. But they did that. The queen found it confusing, so she named all her daughters starting from January to September. Now, September is the youngest, number 9. The king has a peculiar habit. Peculiar is different, odd. What is his habit? On our birthdays we get gifts. Here, what does the king do? He gives gifts on his birthday. So, he gets parrots in golden cages. The parrots are in golden cages and he gives those parrots to his daughters, all 9 of them. And all the daughters spend a lot of time with these parrots and they teach the parrots to say Pretty Polly and God Save the King in 7 different Oriental languages. Oriental languages are the languages of Southeast Asia like Chinese, Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, okay? These are Oriental languages. But one day what happens to Princess September's bird? She gets up in the morning and she sees that the bird is laying dead on the floor of that golden cage. She weeps and is full of sorrow and is inconsolable. The maids of honor, who are maids of honor? The women who are supposed to assist the princess, they try to console her, but she's absolutely distraught. So the maids of honor go to the queen and they say the princess is crying profusely. What should we do? The queen says, let her cry. Don't give her dinner and put her to sleep. She is a child who does not understand anything. Let her get up, go to bed hungry. She'll be fine in the morning. The maids of honor wanted to go for a party, so they put Princess September to bed and left. After they left, the princess was crying constantly, was hungry, but what does she see? She saw a little bird hop into her room. She wiped her tears and sat up, and the bird began to sing. The bird sang beautiful songs in the garden, near the lake, near the tree, and the princess was absolutely mesmerized, captured. The bird says, would you like me to be there instead of your parrot? The princess was more than happy to accept that offer. She says, yes, I lost my pet parrot. Would you be kind enough to be with me? The bird stays with the princess and sings to her every day. Then in the morning, when the princess gets up, the maids of honor come in, get the breakfast. What do they see? They see a little bird is eating out of the princess's hand. The little bird is having bath in a saucer. So the maids realize that the bird is very close to the princess. And then the bird starts to sing, and so beautiful does the bird sing that even the maids of honor, they all stand there and they all listen to the bird sing. The princess roams the corridors of the palace in happiness. A day before, she was absolutely distraught and sad because she'd lost her pet parrot. But she's found something even more wonderful. The pet parrot could only repeat things that were taught, but this is a free bird who's learned from experience, from exploration. And this bird sings beautiful songs. And to each of the sisters, the little bird sang a different song. Do you think the sisters were happy about it? Their parrots just saying the same thing again and again and the bird singing new songs for Princess September? No, they were not. But the princess was happy. She would roam the corridors singing like a lark. Lark is what? A skylark, a bird. And the bird would roam with the princess and the bird would sing like a nightingale. So this happy period went on for several days. The bird was happy, Princess September was happy, but there were 8 odd people who were not happy. The sisters, they did not like this. They put their heads together, that is, they started thinking together, they put their ideas together. And what did they decide? They went to Princess September and they said, we are very sorry for your loss. We are very sorry you lost your beautiful parrot. We have decided that we'll save our pocket money, put it together and buy you a green and yellow parrot. Princess September has grown very fond of the bird. She says, thank you for nothing, because I'm not taking your offer. I'm not taking your parrot either. I have a beautiful bird who sings such beautiful songs. Why would I want a parrot who only repeats everything? The girls say, where is your little bird right now? The princess says, the little bird is out visiting his father-in-law. The princesses put insecure ideas in Princess September's head. They tell her, what if the bird does not return? What if the bird does not make it back to you? The princess says, he always comes back. So the other princesses tell her that if you are lucky and he comes back this time, put him in a cage. Otherwise, you will lose this bird just like you lost your parrot. Since Princess September had already lost a pet, very dear pet, she did not want to lose this lovely bird. The other sisters say, take our advice and don't put your pet at risk. Safety first. Now, Princess September, who was absolutely happy and at content, has all of a sudden grown very insecure. She's waiting for the bird and the bird is taking more time. All of a sudden the bird comes and the bird says, I have come back because I thought you'll be worried about me, but I did have a party to attend tonight. Under the circumstances, this means that the princess is already insecure. She is already conscious that the bird might leave her and go, and the bird says that I would have overstayed. This makes her decide that the right option is to put the bird in the cage. So she takes the bird to the cage without telling the bird, without the bird guessing that she is putting the bird in the cage. She puts the bird in that golden cage and the bird says, what's the joke? Come on, tell me, are you kidding? Why? Because it's a free bird and a free bird cannot imagine the bars of this prison cage. The princess says, don't worry, my mother's cats are on a prowl. That means they are out hunting, looking for something to eat. So you stay in the cage tonight, you'll be fine. Tomorrow morning, I'll release you. She's lying. She only wants the bird to be in the cage. She wants to be able to see the bird. See, this is that emotion where when we love someone too much, we hold on to them very tight. We don't allow them to do anything of their choice. That is what Princess September is doing. But what is true love? True love is when you allow the person you love to do what they love to do. That is how you show true love. So she puts the bird in the cage. The bird has good supper, starts to sing but cannot sing. The bird says, I cannot sing. Sorry, the cage has put him in a mood where he does not feel like singing. When Princess September wakes up in the morning, the bird is screaming at the top of his voice. The bird says, come on, let me out. I want to fly. I want to touch the dew on the ground. Let me out. The princess says, no, you are better here. And she lets the bird stay there. The other sisters say, you were wise. You were intelligent to take our advice and never set this bird free. If you set the bird free, it will not come back to you. The princess tries to tell the bird that I've put you here because I want you and I love you. But the bird says, I'm sorry. I'm unhappy in the cage. I want to see the rice fields, the willow trees. I don't want to see them through the bars of a cage. I want to be free. So that's the value of freedom. When you are free and you are absolutely at a liberty to do things that you like, then you grow. You grow in terms of experience, you grow in terms of person. But here he's been put into cage. See, today I put your imagination into cage and I say, write only what I tell you to write. How will you grow? How will you learn English? So similarly, the bird says, I cannot sing. I am in no mood to sing. The bird wouldn't sing a song. The bird stopped eating. And one day, Princess sees that the bird is lying flat on the cage, on the bottom of the cage. She's worried and she cries, and that wakes up the little bird. Thankfully, the bird is not dead. Princess opens the door and put the bird in her hand. She gave a sob of relief. She's crying, but she's at least relieved that the bird is not dead. And she realizes that her decision was wrong. Her decision of putting the bird in the cage was wrong. She realizes that the bird can only sing if the bird is free. So the princess sets the bird free, and the princess says, I will not put you in a golden cage. Golden cage is symbolic of all material benefits that you could get. Say for example, I put you in a mansion with lots of toys, chocolates, gifts and everything that you might need, but I never allow you to leave that mansion. Would you like that? No one likes that. There's nothing in this world that can buy freedom. So the princess decides to set the bird free, and finally when the bird is free, the bird opens its wings and flies into the blue sky and feels happy about it. But seeing the bird fly put little princess into tears. It was very difficult to put the happiness of someone you love before your own. But that is what true love is. When you love someone, you let that person be happy for your sake, so that that person loves you enough. So the other sisters tell Princess September that this bird is not going to return. Why did you set it free? But the bird does return, and the bird sings beautiful songs to Princess September, and they are friends forever. Had she kept the bird in the cage, they wouldn't have been friends anymore. So now with this freedom, the bird loves the princess even more. The other sisters never slept with their windows open because they were cautious, they were insecure. They grew ugly and absolutely disagreeable. So they had to be married off to the counselors of the king, and with them the king had to give a lot of gifts so that the counselors would marry the daughters. But Princess September would keep her window open day and night, breathe fresh air, be close to nature. Because she waited for that bird, she grew even more beautiful every day. Eventually, when she was old enough, she was married to the king of Cambodia. So this lesson teaches us lots of important things. First is the value of freedom, how important it is for your growth. Second is how you should love someone. If you love someone, you set them free. Third, that if you are close to nature, if you are at peace, you will become better each day. You should never be jealous. You should always be happy for others. And one more thing that it teaches us, that there is value of originality. The bird is original, sings songs that are different, whereas the parrots do repetitive things like the counselors of the king. So with this, we come to the end of the story. I hope you all enjoyed the story, and I do hope that this form of learning, the storytelling learning form, suits you, and we all have a good time together. Thank you, children.